This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're talking about plant people. Some of us are them, and
Yes.
some of us live with them.
And if you live with them and you don't get it, it's really difficult.
Yeah, Jenny's in Ellenbrook. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, how you going?
Jenny,
Hi,
you
Jen.
are the
Jenny.
mother to some greenery, I take it.
So I had a black thumb. I couldn't understand because my dad used to grow everything and anything, and I would kill everything. And I had made use of the Bunnings buyback policy.
Yes, sure.
Have you?
On numerous occasions.
Oh, good on you.
But all of a sudden, I stopped looking after them, and I now have 84 inside.
Oh, so and they're thriving on your neglect. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes, they are
Oh.
absolutely thriving on my neglect.
Can I say that I currently am actively neglecting my plants as
Me
well?
too.
They are screaming at me in the middle of the night for water. They're going,
Yeah, sometimes.
and
but
I walk past
I've had
them.
to start taking them to work.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, I got a new factory unit for work, and it's just me. So I've got like 5 offices, and they're getting filled with plants.
So each plant, your plants now are getting their own office.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are they going to get a receptionist called Fern? Hold the calls, please, Fern.
Should do. It'd be good if they helped.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Far out. Well, that's next level, isn't it? Thank you. It's amazing.
Okay, well, I think that we've reached the level of
Yes.
plants now having their
when
own
they're
office
having their own
space, Shaun.
office, and the plants are arguing about who gets the best office.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
The Logie Awards are this Sunday night, and hosting them, our friend Sam Pang. And it asks the question, why would you want to do this? Hello, Sam.
Absolutely.
Why would I want to do? Are you talking about the Logies or this interview?
Well,
Sam Pang.
I think both.
Well, firstly, let's just start with the Logies. Sam
Yes.
Pang, I can guarantee I would bet all of the money in my bank, right?
That's a
on
lot
the
of money.
fact-
That's
He's
a lot of
very
money.
wealthy.
that you have never watched the Logies in its entirety.
Well,
Even when you've been there.
I
I was.
yep.
Yeah, all right. Guilty.
And now you're trying to force others to do it.
Oh, absolutely not. I would be very surprised if anyone makes the entire 11-hour broadcast. I don't think anyone start to finish would be a fair effort. But listen, I'll be doing my best to keep it tight. But
Yes.
speeches, it's live, and people.
Yeah.
When they win awards, some speeches are longer than others, but
Yep.
I won't be making it any longer. There you go. That's my guarantee as host.
Sam, I think you can absolutely resurrect this. Not too much pressure on your
You're going to be
shoulders
the
there.
no pressure. You're the saviour.
But what was the reason? I mean, coming at you to do something like this, I would have thought because you
Yeah, you can.
If I
sometimes you
was,
can't
if
be
I
bothered
was,
like
if
us.
I
We
was
go,
your
"Oh."
manager and someone came to me and said, "Hi, we know Henry. I would say not in a million years will he do this."
Yeah, well, when they asked, you know what I thought?
Yep.
You three will relate to this.
Okay.
Obviously, it's something different. There hasn't been a host in 11 years. I've
Yeah.
never done it.
Yeah,
And I just thought,
yeah.
last year, being there and hopping up stage a couple of times, I had a good experience. I had a good time there.
Yeah.
The Logies are always a lot of fun, and so I just thought, you know what, I'll do it. I'm happy. That sounds like something that I'd like to do.
No.
And I think I'm hoping
No,
that
it sounds like you're being extorted in some way. Does somebody have information? Does TV Week have a story on you and they're like, if you do the Logies, we won't publish this story? Is that what's going on?
My thing is, there hasn't been a host for so
Yes.
long. Oh my God, Sam!
not just roll with that?
And I think you're going to do so well.
Yeah,
right? I do.
you will.
I think
Yeah. You will.
Your humour lands. My mum loves you.
But blink twice if you're being blackmailed.
Right. But I honestly think you can just see it's either going to be Sam Pang has killed it or Sam Pangs has killed it.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. What two great options. That's wonderful that they're both there. Guilty. You got me.
Hey.
I'm doing it against my will. No, I think it'll be fun. I
Okay,
think
cool.
it'll be fun. And if it's not, you know, man, what's the worst thing?
Yeah, that's
can
right.
happen?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
If you're
you'll be
feeling
great,
Just
comfortable-
Sam.
never work in this industry again.
If
That's
you're
all.
comfortable, I'm comfortable.
That's fine.
Yeah. There wasn't supposed to be a hell of a. We do think you're going to be
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
We've got every faith in you. We just
Thank you, guys. I
We're
really
just
appreciate
confused.
that. It's very nice. I've
Is
always
it?
enjoyed coming on this show.
That's right. Is it going to be Ricky Gervais style, where you just absolutely roast everybody in the room? Is that what? And you don't care if there's any backlash? Is that what we're expecting?
I don't. Nat, I don't think I'll be doing that. Like, I'll be celebrating the night. Like you guys know me pretty well.
Yes.
It's like you know what I do. So it's not. I'm not going to try to be Ricky Gervais, and I'm not going to try to be, Dr. Chris Brown and like a slick presenter. Like I'll just be me somewhere in the middle. So,
Sure.
I mean, if I'll celebrate people and hopefully do it in a way. But I don't
know what's happening.
I don't think my stuff that is not mean spirited. And I know
No.
You just shut down. You know what I like
I mean-
about you? You shut down nonsense. That's what I like about you.
I think Tom Gleisner would disagree.
No, but Tom Gleisner's nonsense. He shuts him down.
that's what I do. I shut down nonsense. I'm the sheriff of nonsense.
Nonsense.
I come in and shut it down.
I'm sorry. What a great title, the Sheriff of Nonsense.
Shutting down nonsense is a great way to describe what needs to be done.
That's actually a good title. Sam, is there a hell of a lot of workload? Have you gone through all the setup for it so far and thought, oh my Lord.
And all the promos and stuff.
The rehearsals must be amazing.
Oh yeah, Sean. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not used to working this hard. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I thought as a tribute to my my time at Nova when I did the 7 till 9 that I wouldn't do the first hour of the Logies. I just come in.
Great idea. And on brand.
Apparently, I got to be there from the start. There's been a bit more work than I thought, but in a good way. Like those, I did those promos with Ray Ma, our friend, away.
No fun.
And that was a joy. Like he's a wonderful man, and he was very happy to help out and make those promos like just a bit more, hopefully, than just run of the mill promos. And he was wonderful, and he was excited about, hey, you're gonna. We just think it's going to be fun to have a host and celebrate the night, but just do it in a funny way. So there's that, and then the build up and the writing and the monologue and all that kind of stuff. So I popped down to a comedy club in Melbourne last week and just tried out some stuff. And
Did you?
Yeah, I did. The song and dance summer didn't go as well down there as I thought it would. We're fine.
Just work on your Corrie. You'll be right.
Now he has to sew the bum back into his pants. What's the point of having the arseless chaps now?
Does he though?
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We are talking about reasons to call the fireys that are not fire related, because we know that they're people of great skill.
Yes.
They can extricate people from things.
So if your seahorse is stuck up your tree today, right, which happens all the time, it's possible they're not going to come and take it down there because there's new safety rules. That means they have to have certain equipment. They don't have enough of that equipment. So
What about if your horse is stuck up a tree? Will they do anything?
I mean, you know what? Even if they didn't have the equipment, they'd come down and film it. Because I'm sorry, I don't care where I am. If someone says my horse is stuck in a tree, I'm dropping what I'm doing and I'm heading there.
Joe's in Butler. Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Morning, Joe.
Hi, team. How are you?
Great,
Morning.
Joe. Why did you have to call the fireys that was not fire related?
So, quite a long time ago when we first came to Australia, we moved into a house and the next neighbour had a metal gate and my little brother was only 5 at the time and he got his head stuck in the gate.
Yes.
My mum put oil and butter on it to try and...
Butter to grease him up. Yeah, you grease him up.
But it was 40 degrees, so he started burning. And his head went downwards.
Oh,
So she
delicious.
couldn't give him water or anything, so she thought it was going to dehydrate once stuck in the gate. But the fire brigade did come and get him out, and that was 45 years ago.
So did they
We still talk about it.
Did they cut through the bars of the
They
gate?
kind of bent it.
Yeah,
They
right.
bent
yeah.
it. But
Yep.
we tried everything. Like my dad has tried to bend the rails as well, but he was always the brother that got into things. So if anyone was going to have something, it was him. But my poor mum, she thought she was doing the right thing with the oil and...
It's
40
burning.
degrees,
And
no.
the butter.
Lightly
Yeah.
There's a nice tan on his neck.
How many years ago was this?
45.
45 years ago.
45,
You know
yeah.
what? I'd say hats off to your mother 45 years ago using butter and not margarine.
That's true.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she likes butter.
She's a purist.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
My parents are margarine people.
Oh,
it's so
no.
disgusting.
It is disgusting, but
When
we
you've
didn't
got
know
a
any
child-
better.
Well, no, I
No,
didn't
but
even.
now we
I
do.
did not even know about butter until I moved out.
Yep.
I knew butter exists. I knew what butter was, but I didn't think you use butter like you use butter because I thought margarine is what you do.
What did you think it was for?
I don't know. I thought butter was
Greasing
just
up
for
your
cooking.
head if your head
I
got
thought
stuck.
butter was just for cooking, and you couldn't use it for
Yeah.
For
But
lubrication.
then again, I grew up in a house where I thought that milk was only for tea.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway,
Great point.
God.
How's your therapy going?
it's not good.
Thanks, Joe. Anna's in Banksia Grove. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Wonderful,
Anna.
Anna. Why did you call the fire brigade?
It was the day before Christmas Eve, and I was in a shopping centre with my husband and small child at the time, and full of, my shopping trolley full of Christmas goodies and frozen turkey, and my child needed the toilet. My husband took my child to the parents' room, and it had a sliding door, and the sliding door locked into place and wouldn't open. And centre management was nowhere to be seen. Phone numbers everywhere. Nobody answering because it was the day before Christmas Eve and no one was working.
Yes.
And after 15 minutes of trying to get the door open ourselves, we had to ring the fireys, and they couldn't open it either and had to axe down the door.
Oh, they
they
actually
had to
down.
cut it down.
Anna,
That's
that's
My
amazing.
3-year-old was inside, and she was hysterical, and she's 13 now and still won't go in a door.
Still
sliding door.
traumatised.
You'd never watch a horror
Yeah.
movie because that's
Yes,
the
and-
absolute
Oh
opposite
my
scene.
God.
What about, was the turkey okay?
I know.
It was a 40-degree day, so it was. I went to go home and put it in the freezer, but they won't let me leave.
Yeah, I'll be back. I've got to put the ice cream and the turkey in the freezer and I'll come back and get
Wow,
you.
they chopped it down.
I know.
That's
Well,
exciting.
what else are you gonna do?
I know. God, I've only seen the chopping down of a door by a firefighter on a movie. To see it
Yeah.
in real life
Likewise.
would be glorious.
Yes, wouldn't it? Thank you, Anna. Faye, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Wonderful,
Great,
Faye.
Faye. Why did you call the fireys?
Oh, we were out for the day and got home and couldn't find the dog anywhere. We'd renovated a new bathroom which had a spa in it prior and a spa pump on the outside,
Yep.
leaving a small hole in the external wall.
Yes.
And the dog got into the cavity wall
Yes.
and climbed through the cavity wall into the bath, so we had to call the fireys to come and cut the bath out and the wall
okay.
out.
Oh,
to
that's
get
an
the dog
expensive
out.
exercise.
So went sort of under the bath sort of thing, yes.
Yeah, it was in the
Yeah,
bath.
in the bath.
bath.
In the bath. Not,
In the
not,
cavity
not,
wall.
Yeah, not in the bath, but in
In the
Yes,
bath
from
cavity
the
wall.
inside of
the
the wall.
inside in the bath.
Okay, so what did that cost all up? What happened?
What did it cost?
Yeah. How did you get?
Because you obviously had to repair it all.
Yeah, they ripped it apart.
Yeah,
Obviously.
so the fireys came in and put a hole in the bath and stuck a camera down and located it, and then ended up having to cut the whole lot out and the bath hob and everything. So we had to get the same tiler back and refix it.
Hey, on the cost thing, are you liable for
Or are you
their time?
Oh, for the fireys. You have to pay
How
for
do
the
you
call
get
out.
billed?
Yeah, is that
We
the
didn't
thing?
get the fire for the bill. We didn't get the bill for the fireys, but we got the insurance wouldn't cover anything.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We are talking about weird working relationships. We're hearing some horror stories.
Oh, there's some really great ideas. Tom's in Rollystone. Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah,
Good,
buddy.
Tom,
All right,
Tom.
we are excited to hear this. What happened?
Oh, well, back when I was going through uni many years ago, I worked for a construction company part-time, and my boss was actually really, really good, excellent. But I was kind of his errand boy, and this one particular time, Sean would appreciate this one, his favourite footy team was Carlton, and Carlton made the finals that year. It was late 90s, and he said, Tom, look, I need you to go down and stand in the queue for the tickets. Back in the day when you had to go and queue up for your
Yeah.
tickets. So he gave me $20 and said, get yourself some snacks and a newspaper and go away down to Ticketek.
Yes.
And just give us a call when you're near the front, and my wife will come and buy the tickets. So I stood in the queue for 5 hours.
Oh, Tom.
$20 for 5 hours.
Yeah, but I guess in the 90s, that's a lot of snacks, eh?
Well, he had the one thing that every young man wanted, and that's a newspaper to buy at the time.
I was on my regular hourly rate. The $20 was
Yes,
just
that
for
was just a bonus.
Yeah.
To get him through.
Chockies and Big M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people do that with some of their staff members when you are trying to get into Roto.
Yeah.
They send the
Oh,
people
is that
down
right?
the Roto Island Authority
Some
thing.
people with their staff members.
Hey, Tom, so
I
did it
wanna
all
do
go
it.
to plan? 5 hours of waiting, get the tickets?
Absolutely. Got the tickets. Boss was happy. Carlton lost in the final. So
Hey.
Oh,
99?
I'm happy
Would you
about
rather go to work or spend 5 hours working in construction or spend 5
Yeah.
hours lining up? Hey, Tom, what would have been better, working 5 hours construction or lining up for 5 hours?
Well, it was something different every day. What's the boss going to get me to do today? Lining up was great. I just stood there and chatted to people for all that time.
Yeah.
And it was when Tic Tac sat inside Myer, so you could just kind of, window shop while you're standing there.
Picked up a new blouse nose.
That's right. Good on you, Tom. Thank you. Maddie's in Warwick. Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All right,
Maddie.
Have you had a weird working relationship?
I have. So about 2 years ago, I had just turned 17 and I got a nanny job through a friend. And the mum called me within 10 minutes and we had just a quick little over the phone, this is what you're going to be doing, this is a little bit about us. And then I rocked up on the Monday for my first day. I spent 3 minutes with the mum and then she left the house with these 3 kids.
Oh,
One
and
of the
what
kids
ages?
So the littlest was 7 months. So I had 7 months, 3 and 6.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
and you're
a handful.
17. Yep. Keep
And
going.
I was 17, yep. So I worked for this family 5 days a week. I started 7 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Whoa.
And I was making the family dinners. I was going to mum's group.
As a 17-year-old.
A 17-year-old mother of 3.
Yeah, I didn't have my license yet, so I was pushing around a double pram and everything. And one day I got called in for like a parent meeting. The little girl had got into trouble.
Yes.
You
So I
got
called
called
the
in
mum.
for a parents'
Yes.
meeting. It's blowing my mind. Go. Yep.
So I called the mum and I said, this is the situation. And she said, oh, can you just go in there and do it for me? So off I went into the parent meeting and I had to advocate for my little girl that was sick. And I reckon in the whole 6-7 weeks that I worked for this family, I saw the parents for 20 minutes. I would get there, they would leave. At the end of the day, they would walk me out the front of their house. I didn't have any relationship with these parents. And then ever since, I haven't heard. I raised their children.
Yes.
For those whole 8 weeks, I haven't heard one thing from that family.
And not just that, they don't see it fit to converse
question
with
it.
her or anything like that. But yet she is the spokesperson for the family in times
Raising
of trouble.
3 tiny children. And the parents didn't seem to care who was doing it. That's amazing.
They didn't ask for any of my check, nothing. They just,
You look all right.
Here's our
You'll
3
do.
kids. My parents were shocked. Everyone was like, what? They're trusting you to... Literally, I did everything and they barely... I don't really even know what their names were. What those
That
parents'
is
names were.
unbelievable,
so
man.
Maddie, did you stay in the childcare industry?
Yes, I am a nanny today.
Hey!
Well, you've got
She's got a taste for it,
It was
didn't
a
she?
solid foundation. You were thrown in the deep end.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We are talking about when there's a bit of a catering disaster and how you find a bit of a quick fix for that, like KFC, when the airplane catering is gone awry.
Sign me up, British Airways. Sign me up. Lisa's in Doubleview. Hi, Lise.
Good morning. How are we?
Wonderful,
Great,
Lisa.
All right, so tell us what happened.
Look, my mate a few years ago had a New Year's Eve party, and it was just a case of just bring a plate kind of thing.
Yep.
So we ended up with about 15 lesbians and about 15,000 chicken wings.
It's the easiest thing.
Lisa.
Is that a particularly lesbian dish or you just love
Well,
your chicken
look,
wings?
we did have to go to the shops and get something to make even the table look aesthetically pleasing.
Couple of dips, hummus.
It's like a chicken farm massacre.
Yes.
All these chickens walking forever now because of you bloody lesbians.
Yeah, I love the chicken wings.
Very funny.
Okay, so wait there, Lisa. I did not know this about
Me either.
my sisters. Do lesbians love chicken wings? Is that a known thing?
Well, clearly.
Clearly.
Yeah,
We're always
especially
learning.
really hot ones. Hot
Yeah,
chicken wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hot wings.
Hot wings.
That was not only funny but educational.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. What a joy. Jodie's in Port Kennedy. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello,
Good, Jodie.
What was the catering disaster and how'd you fix it?
Oh, well, actually it was, we attended an event. It was my son's Year 6 graduation.
Yes.
So we had to pay to go to this graduation as well.
Yeah.
So what happened was they started calling tables up, each table
Yes.
at a time. And about halfway through, they said there's just going to be a break in service.
Yeah.
So they had actually run out of food.
Yes.
We were sitting there wondering what was going on as we saw a car banging across the school oval into the car park. They've gone to the local IGA.
Yes.
They've ordered a whole heap of sliced deli meat. They've come back to the venue and resumed service and just chucked the deli meat onto our plates and chucked a whole heap of gravy over the top of it and pretended that nothing
So
had happened.
what was everybody getting before? Was it a carvery situation?
Yeah, it was sort of like a buffet type situation. But what had happened was all the people that had gone before us had loaded up all their plates.
Of course.
But when we were sitting there watching them eat, and then they were sort of next thing we saw all the plates getting sort of into the bin, all the stuff that they had loaded their plates on getting scraped into the bin.
Because they'd gotten too much to eat, of course. They're overloaded.
Well, I think a little bit of that, and maybe it wasn't so great to begin with.
And
Maybe
while you're
deli
nibbling
meat.
polony.
I would need to know, what deli meats were you eating? Was it mortadella, ham? What was it?
No, I think they'd gone for the roast beef.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. I honestly thought you were
Trying
talking
to
about
replicate,
polony, some salami.
No, a bit of broken up roast beef with some warm gravy on top.
Yeah.
And Doritos to go with it.
Doritos?
Crushed up Doritos.
Crushed up
Doritos.
They had to act fast, Nathan.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
The 63rd TV Week Logie Awards broadcast on Channel 7 and 7 Plus this Sunday, the 30th of July, hosted by Sam Pang, who we caught up with yesterday, and nominated in the category for Most Popular Actress. Marilyn from Home and Away, Emily Simons, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Emily.
We're wonderful.
Hi.
Cannot believe we live in a world where this is your first Logie nomination. That's insane. No, but seriously, because you've been on ever since we can remember.
I know, since television was created, practically.
1989, wasn't it? 1989, your first
Yes,
year?
it was. Home and Away started in 88, but I joined in at 89. And, yes, I mean, I haven't done consecutive years, but I've done a lot of years. So I'm absolutely beside myself. I didn't expect it because it's never happened before.
You should have
it's
expected
great.
it because it's well overdue.
Yeah, we've got a lot in common, actually, Emily, because none of us have been nominated for any radio awards. And,
no.
Nathan and I have been out the game for 20 years.
20 years, not one award ever, not even nominated.
you've only got to do it for another 15 before you get one.
Yes.
The sad thing is we won't.
Emily,
Don't say that. Never say never.
I note that it's a hot category because you're up against two of your stablemates in Ada Nicodemu and Lynn McGranger.
Yeah.
Now, is it getting fierce and catty between the three of you?
Going to slip some heroin into Lynn's bag or something?
Yeah.
Get it done by the police?
No. Look, we are all very good friends, and we're so excited just to be included. A win for any of us is a win for the show.
No, it's
the whole
not.
Home and Away family.
No, you need
It
one.
is.
You need one.
No,
It is. Oh, look, I think we'd all like one, but whatever happens on the night is, what's meant to be. And, Celeste Barber has 10 million Instagram followers, so I don't think it's going to go great.
Oh, yeah,
and then
good
Julia
point.
Zamiro and Kitty Flanagan, both from Fisk as well.
I don't know, though, because you know what? We've never had a
but-
chance to vote for Emily. This is the
that's
thing,
true.
though, and everyone knows
untested.
and loves what you've done with Marilyn. So I do think that you're in
thank
people's.
you.
I do think you're in people's hearts, and I do think people think it's about your time. So
I agree with that.
I'm not going to
you.
rule you out. I do want to say when I was researching you, Em. I thought I'd chuck in Marilyn Chambers as well. To see what Marilyn's gone through. And the first result that came up wasn't about Marilyn Chambers from Summer Bay.
Oh, you're going to say it was a porn star?
It's a porn star.
Yeah.
But a really good one. A really good one.
She was ranked as well.
She was ranked as Playboy's top 100 sex stars in the century in 1999.
Oh, gosh, yes. Well, I didn't create the character name,
That's
and I
great.
didn't know that when I was
starting. So yes, that is a humorous aside. But
the two Marilyn Chambers are doing very well. Is my point.
Yeah, I guess when you mix the different fans though, who are sending letters to Marilyn Chambers.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that Marilyn Chambers has as fun as earrings as our Marilyn?
Yeah, or has been nominated for a Logie?
Yeah, it's very strange.
No, I think no on both counts. Yeah, no on both counts. But I don't know a lot about the other Marilyn Chambers. I'm just focusing on my Marilyn, and I hope after so many years of playing her, that I'm still doing her justice. And I try my hardest to kind of stick to the 80s, the 80s hairdresser from Yabby Creek.
Yes. Well, you do such a great job, and everybody, I don't know, whenever we see you, we think
there's
it's
a lot of
like
affection for your character.
There is.
Yeah.
You've had Marilyn, the character, has so many gigs over the journey over in Summer Bay.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite? Because obviously there's all the different ones, but a clairvoyant just comes to mind. What's been your favourite?
Oh, yes, the fortune telling, the tarot cards. And then my favourite is when she had the beauty salon, the Marilyn Chambers Beauty Chamber.
Yes.
And I used to do even like chest waxing and all sorts of things. Like we used to get people in and I have to actually wax them during a scene, which is hilarious.
Oh,
yes.
Not for the poor chap that I was doing it on, of course, but it was really fun. It was all leopard print and pink and it was just completely bonkers and I loved it. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to bring the beauty chamber back in this reincarnation of
Emily
Marilyn.
Chambers'
Don't
beauty
worry.
chamber.
Marilyn Chambers.
Marilyn Chambers.
Perfect.
One of my strongest home and away memories has got you and I, and it was when you first joined, and it was Lance and Martin. You were going out with Lance. Now, did they were living in the park home. Now, am I remembering rightfully? Did they have a win on Lotto? Therefore, that's how they put that they refurbished the place. And I remember there was heaps of thongs and hubcaps up on the wall.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you've got such a good memory. I was going to say they had a hubcap collection on the wall, and Lance won the lottery.
Yes, and then suddenly
that's amazing.
That's how they redid the thing. And at the time, I remember thinking that is so nice. No, I remember thinking that is such a nice makeover of a home. I want many hubcaps on my wall.
It was a time.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Always great to have Jeremy McGovern in the house, and to a lot of people's surprise, his name wasn't on the team sheet for this weekend's massive game against the Kangaroos.
That's because he's playing for Nova.
Okay.
Can't play for two teams.
Gav, what's going down?
Yes. I was a bit surprised as well, to be honest. I can't play.
Did you train all week?
Yeah, trained all week. Just couldn't do any contact.
Yep.
But yeah, just had to pass all the concussion tests. I guess there's a few of them, and I didn't pass adequately enough for the doctor. So he said he didn't like me or want me playing.
But can they not, knowing that, the AFL put a rule in saying if someone's concussed, then the other team can't touch them?
Yeah, you run around.
Be good, wouldn't it?
We actually do
yeah.
Big pink helmet on.
When you're training, you wear a pink bib. Or we used to have like a fluoro hat.
It's like a hands off.
So why don't you just wear the pink bib on?
See what happens.
No touching.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, wouldn't that?
Just
running
run
end to
around
end.
everywhere.
Gov's on fire today. No one can get hold of him.
So, Gov, running around the oval, doing all the drills and all that kind of non-contact drills, you felt fine physically, and you pulled up the next day, no problem?
Yeah, I feel completely fine. Yeah, but that's a whole part of the testing. I guess it's to sort of
cognitive stuff,
protect
isn't
the athlete from themselves a little bit, because I feel fine. I feel cherry ripe, ready to go. But
I'd love to see you playing, but I'm happy they're looking after your brain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I fully understand it, and it's fair enough, and it's the protocols, and that's what we need to do when they're trying to look after me. But at the same time, it's
but also, can I just say that it is looking after your brain, but now I'm worried about all of our brains, because we've been doing a bit of the cog testing.
You gave us a taste of the test,
which is saying you say numbers and then you have to say them backwards. And
you have to remember them and reverse the order.
One person in this studio could do it.
Yeah, you're all concussed.
Sean, all right, you do the numbers to Sean. Give Sean some numbers. So Sean is going to give you some numbers, and then straight away say them back to him in reverse.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 3, 2.
2, 3, 7, 5, 6.
No.
6, 5. Well, if anyone's concussed in this room today,
I think that proves the point of why we need
Sean,
to
you've
look
done your
after
first
you.
concussion test.
mate, it's a big game to be missing too because there's a lot
It is.
riding on this, and
Yeah.
particularly from a front office point of view. And I know no one wants to speak about this when you're in the club, your coach or your CEO or something, but without you out there and Tom Barras in that back line, you're vulnerable, right? Because you guys are the premier players in that back line, and Tom's got a serious injury that we now know
He's
of,
out
and you're
for
not
the
playing.
season, yeah.
If you can't get over the line here, they're going to come over the hill and want to burn the house down. The media, that is. I'm probably
I'm sure they will, but hopefully we get a win on the weekend and stop that from happening. But look, it's not ideal that me and Tom aren't out there for sure, but we got other boys who can come in and play the role. So, like I said, I'd love to be out there, and I try to do everything I could to get out there, but. We'll be doing everything we can this weekend to get a win. It's not just on me and Tom not playing. Like the boys as a whole need to play well, and I think we've executed some good footy the last couple of weeks. So,
the first quarter the game was over, mate.
Yeah,
Charlie Curnow wants to play
It's
every
not about
week.
the first quarter, Sean. How do you
It's
win the
about
last quarter?
We taught you nothing. I mean,
Last guy wins.
the media have been whipping themselves into a frenzy about this, and including there was a story yesterday that there was an emergency board meeting happening, and the Eagles said, no, it's a function. There's a function on today that members of the board are at that was organised for ages. There was no emergency board meeting, and so they're looking at anything to try and turn the screws at the moment. What does that feel like from a player's point of view when you know this is what's going on? You know what they're printing isn't true.
Look, we can't do anything about it at the end of the day.
Just noise.
Yeah, it is a bit of noise, but it's a lot of noise. Like it does get a little bit frustrating at times. But they're doing their job. We just need to worry about trying to get wins for us. That's all we can focus on as players and as a club is trying to perform on the weekend, and that's all we can really control. And hope the boys do that, and we can take a bit of that media pressure off, I guess. And but you got to respect it. Like they're doing what they need to do, and that's their job. And if they want to print some of the stuff they're printing, that's fine. That it is what it is. But it's not ideal. But we're there to play footy, so we're just going to focus on that.
I want to get out of there and go back to your house right now. So you've been concussed, and everyone there at the club's like, "Oh my God, Jeremy McGovern's concussed. It's so bad." And everyone's like making sure they look after him. And then you go home. Is everyone at home? Oh my God, Jeremy McGovern's concussed. Lie down on the couch. Look after him.
No. My kids definitely aren't. I've thought about getting a helmet throughout my house.
Yes, so that they're a bit more aware.
My son Hudson is very rough,
which
I don't mind. But they're oblivious to it, which is good. I don't want them to.
But so you don't get any extra tender care. Sean, did you when you would injure yourself and then you would go home?
Very funny, Nath.
Are you getting extra sorts of ginkgo biloba to help your memory and things like that?
Yeah, no, I'm sleeping in a complete different room.
It's just amazing. I don't know why you guys would leave the football club if they treat you so much more important there.
Yeah, they do. And I don't know how many years. Remember about 5 years ago, or maybe it was only 3 years ago when I had my last knee op.
Yeah,
and,
you couldn't get anyone to pick you up.
No one picked me up, and your mum felt bad. She was going to come.
My mum was going to go pick him up.
So my wife wouldn't come
and take him back to his family.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Gov, we absolutely loved hearing about something, and that is the way that your family compete. And I've never really heard about the McGovern Cup before. Tell us about the McGovern Cup. Tell us all about that again.
It's not a McGovern Cup.
Tell them.
No, it's not. It's not a McGovern Cup at all.
Why?
Why would it be?
Well, that was going to be the McGovern Cup last week.
The premise was you and your brother playing against one another for the McGovern Cup.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you didn't play.
Yes, so we won.
It was two things. You didn't play, and you don't have a cup.
And that's the thing. And so we got your cup.
Oh, you've got your cup.
Here we have the official McGovern Cup.
Yep.
Oh,
the official McGovern Cup.
Mantle.
So now all we're needing is the competition.
That's right.
So there you go.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Hopefully one day you will actually play one another.
So the trophy's ready to go. There is space on there to get plaques over the many games you're going to play after you play the initial one.
That sounds
either that or
glorious.
It's going to be like
now we've
your
actually got
kids
something to
against
play
Mitch's
for.
kids.
The trophy place said if you want to drink out, just put some silicone down the bottom because it'll leak out.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, and also
no, we don't. We're
probably get
athletes. We don't do that
tin
sort of thing.
poisoning, but that's fine.
Legends, that's awesome. Thank you,
Focusing
guys.
engraving at the front, fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. You're worth it.
I can't wait to actually play it. If we can play Carlton this week or next weekend, would be nice.
Yeah. Charlie Curnow says the same.
Yeah, I bet he does.
So collect his Coleman medal.
We should scratch it for the Curnow Cup.
Do you have any trophies at your house still on display from your time as a?
Oh no.
Did you win any?
No. Natalie Locke. No, I didn't.
That's not true. You won clubman medals and things like that, didn't you?
Yeah, that kind of things. No, all the stuff that I've got is at mum. You have it at mum and dad's.
What about you? Do you have any trophies on display at your place?
Nah, not really. No.
I
do now.
What about your All-Australian
I do
jacket?
now.
What do you do with that?
It's in my cupboard. Yeah, it looks.
You ever wear it for the missus?
Maddie
and nothing
would be
else?
like, "What is that jacket?"
What do you guys think of when you go around to someone's house and they're like in their 30s or like 30s plus and they've still got all of their high school running trophies up?
No, let it go.
Yeah, that's all right.
No, it's not.
It's okay because that might have been the quickest the best they've ever been. So why? You think it's okay?
My premiership medal, that's just in my safe, just sitting. I wish I had that out a bit more. Yeah, I wish I did.
Where's your premiership medal, Sean?
1994, East Fremantle versus Claremont.
Yeah, where is it?
Wouldn't have a clue.
No, I was talking about the AFL.
Hey, 228 games, no helmet. Can't remember.
No helmet, no premiership.
No helmet, no medal.
Can't remember. Might have won one. Who knows? No, everyone knows.
We've got something else for you to try, Gov.
All right.
So I went to Sweden on my holidays, and I brought back a delicacy.
Oh.
So I ate it there. Everyone's had a
Really
crack.
good.
It's called salted licorice.
Yep.
Salted licorice, yeah.
Pass that around.
I'd hate to tell you, but I hate licorice.
Oh,
Mate,
No, you'll like this.
I'm having a crack at it
You'll
for
like
you.
this.
okay.
Want to give me a bigger piece, Nathan? Jeez,
I'm gonna have the whole
got a
thing.
knife and fork for me, mate.
Whole lot.
What do you think?
Filthy.
There's no bin in here.
No, it's got him now. It's really got him now.
Why would you do this to
So
me?
you don't really notice the licorice, do you?
That is disgusting.
We're hoping it's going to jolt your memory back.
I knew there was something.
It doesn't. You think it's going to get better, but it doesn't, does it?
Oh, no, you just want it gone. You paid for that?
I paid for that, and they eat
mate,
that.
that is
They eat that.
salty and shocking.
Yeah, isn't it?
Full on. Doesn't it feel like it's burning?
Whoa, I'm feeling good now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Solve the
That is
concussion.
disgusting.
He's never been more awake.
It clears your sinuses as well.
It's so bad, isn't
That
it?
is, what is in that?
Just FYI, we all got to spit ours out.
I appreciate that. I'm just popping it from all angles for the next 2 minutes. Oh. Wow, wait, what is that called?
Well, it's
I'm
called
sorry. The name in Swedish means Swedish devil or colloquially Swedish bastard.
Why would you even think of buying that?
I know, and that's not the worst one. There's another one that it's pink and dusted in the salt. So you look at it and go, oh, that's a nice sugary thing, and it's got Carolina Reaper chili on it as well as that salt.
I think I'd rather eat one that's just been shoved up someo's bum and pulled back out again.
Well, that's what it actually tastes like.
We can arrange that, Nathan.
That's the gift that keeps on giving us.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like
shocking.
great.
As soon as you guys said eat the whole thing, I was like, no, it's great. This is
an absolute stitch up, yeah.
Drinking water doesn't
Don't have
really
a nibble,
help
mate.
either.
Eat the whole thing.
What are you talking about? You got a trophy,
Hey, we all
you got a
did it.
delicious
We all did
snack.
Yeah.
Got everything. Don't know
Yeah,
what I'm
You've
complaining
got your
about.
memory back.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I won't be forgetting that. That's for sure.
Now you can see through time.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.